Hello and welcome to World Regional Geography at Santa Ana College in spring 2022. You are taking the 8-week format, maybe my favorite format. My name is Professor Corder. I am the instructor for this class. I'm going to walk you through how to get onto a Canvas course, and then in addition to that, a little bit about the class that you're taking specifically. If you look up here, what you do is you type in sac.edu, that is sac.edu. It will bring you either to this page or a very similar page. You click on Canvas right there at the top. It will then bring you onto the Logon page for Canvas. You click on that yellow banner, and then what's going to happen is you enter your information, and eventually your Canvas dashboard shows up. This is my dashboard. It's going to be different from yours because I'm the instructor, but you just scroll down and find your class. In this case, here it is, Geography 100, number 0404749, excuse me. Click on this, and your Canvas homepage will open up. You can see right here, it says Start Here. That's a good place to start. Click on that. Gives you a little information about the class. In addition to that, there's a video about what World Regional Geography is about. Back over here, click on the left-hand side at Home. The school builds in some redundancy into these classes, so you can see Welcome to World Regional Geography 100. Yes, this is similar to Start Here. If you've looked at Start Here, you probably don't need to look at that. On the left-hand side, you can see we have the syllabus. If you click on syllabus, it will open automatically for you. And notice not only does the syllabus open up, but another thing called suggestions for the successful completion of geography. Say that 5 times fast. Will open up. The reason I point this out is because in Module 1, you will have a quiz on both the syllabus and on this other page called Suggestions for Successful Completion of Geography. So you need to read through both of those before you take that quiz in Module 1. Let's go through the syllabus really quickly. You can see disclaimer, the instructor, which is me, reserves the right to modify the syllabus or course overview if needed. My preferred form of contact is using my email address from the school, corder_bill@sac.edu. My office is D203, but I'm not going to be in it very often at the school this semester because of what's going on. My phone number there is that number right there, but I'm really not going to be able to answer. The best way to contact me is through email. I'm pretty good about getting back to people quickly. Then you can see course name, description, format. The textbook is free. Now remember, this is a PDF file, so the link doesn't work. But above this, there is a document. If you click on the document and open that up, the links should all be really good and cogent and working. Everything should be okay. So you click on that. The textbook's free, so you don't have to pay for that. And that's the textbook we're going to use. Then course placement and transferability, DSPS statement. If you are a DSPS student, please make sure you get the documentation to me quickly so that you can be accommodated. Student learning outcomes, course objectives. You need to read all this stuff, course goals. Topics, the areas that we're going to be going through. There are 3 sections in the class, Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, as you're going to see as we go through it. Course grading, this is obviously really important. 3 100-point multiple choice exams given at the end of each section. So we have 3 sections in this class. Each section ends with a full-blown exam. 7 chapter reading quizzes, so that's out of that free textbook. Each one is worth 20 points. 6 discussion board exercises or topics that you're going to answer. Each one of these is worth 15 points. Notice that we have a straight scale. Oh, I forgot to mention the syllabus quiz is worth 20 points also. No exams will be dropped. The syllabus quiz will not be dropped. No chapter reading quizzes will be dropped. No discussion board assignments will be dropped. No other grade assignments will be dropped. A 0 will be assigned for anything that is not completed. We have a very strict time schedule on this. When something is open, when a graded assignment is open, you have a time frame to be able to do that graded assignment. When that time frame closes, it's over. There are no excuses that are going to work for me because I give you enough time to get it done. You choose your time. I'm not just giving you an hour to get something done. I'm giving you, in most cases, an entire week to get something done. If you wait till the last minute, that's on you. Then notice this, Section 1, Module 1, and the dates, February 6th to the 12th, and what's going to happen in terms of assessment in there, which is the syllabus quiz and discussion board 1. Then Section 1, Module 2, February 6th through the 12th, same dates, because we are going to do 2 modules per week. Every Canvas course at Santa Ana College is built with 16 modules. In the case of an 8-week class, we have to do 2 a week. In a 16-week semester, we do 1 per week. So we're doing 2 per week. It's not that big a deal. I'm sure you can do this. But you can see that in Module 2, there's textbook reading quiz on Chapter 1 of the textbook. Then you can see Section 1, Module 3, there's a discussion board. Section 1, Module 4, there's another textbook reading quiz, and so on. You can see in Module 6, you have your first exam, which is on Latin America. Then we begin the next section. Okay, section 2, go through that. Then you can see section 2 concludes with another exam, March 13th to the 19th, it's open, and so on. So if we scroll through this, you will see Canvas course site information, technical support, required technology, academic honesty, and student code of conduct. Assignments in Canvas, important dates. Notice the final exam will be open from Sunday, March 21st at 12 a.m. through Saturday, April 2nd at 11:59 p.m. At 11:59 p.m. on April 2nd, that was my finger snapping, the class closes, and that's it. If you didn't finish something, it's done. That's it. It goes in the books as it is, and the school takes the grades. Miscellaneous, please make sure you read through that, Title IX. There you go, okay? Let's go back over here. I'm going to click on Modules. Click on Modules. The module is going to open up. And Course Information module, welcome to World Regional Geography. If you'd be kind enough to look at this, once again, it's very similar to the start here. Then you can click down here, Next. And when you do that, once again, the course syllabus is going to open up. I told you there's some redundancy built into the class. Click on Next again. And you can see instructor contact. There I am. And here's some information about me. Make sure that you read the stuff about emailing me. Okay, it's very important that you email me in a proper way. Instructor bio, something about me. Some of this stuff is also on the syllabus page, by the way. Communication plan, how we communicate with each other. And then course policies. Yep, that's right. There it is. So make sure you read through this stuff so you know how the class is going to work. I'm going to click back over here on modules. And you will see under course information that from course policies on, this is information that's built in by Canvas and by the college itself. So if you need any of that information, there it is for you. Resources for you, library, student services, and so on. Then Module 1. So that's where we start. We're going to do Module 1 and Module 2 the first week. What I would do is click on Module 1 Introduction. Read this a little bit. Watch the videos. Okay, and then let me get over here to modules again. And back to Module 1. There we go. And you can see, welcome to World Regional Geography, the textbook versus a professor. It just goes through a little bit about what I teach and what's in the textbook. Those things overlap in some cases they don't. But watch the video, you'll see. Here's the syllabus and suggestions for successful completion of geography quiz. Every quiz you take, please make sure you read the instructions thoroughly before you open up the quiz. And you can see that there are 2 attempts on this. Most graded things do not have 2 attempts. And it's open from February 6th at 6 p.m. through February 12th at 11:59 p.m. After that moment, it closes and your ability to get the points is gone. So make sure that you read through the syllabus and are prepared to do this. And as I said, you get 2 attempts on that one. On most things, you are not going to get 2 attempts. Then the discussion board, the first one is called Lessons from the Pandemic. So please read through this. Here's the directions on what you need to do. And then when you're going to enter in the discussion board, you click on reply right there and type in your reply right here. And then you click on post reply and there it will show up. You cannot see anybody else's answers until you post yours. And then you can see everybody else's answers. So your job is then to get the full 15 points is not only to post your views on this stuff, whatever the topic may be, but also to respond to somebody else. And please be nice. Come on, we're in a pandemic or coming out of it, whatever way you want to look at it. Can we just be nice to each other? What's wrong with that? Let's give it a shot and see what happens. See if things don't work out better by us being a little bit nicer to each other. So just be cool to each other. Just act like you're in a real classroom. You probably wouldn't be a jerk in a classroom. Don't be a jerk online. And then you can see Latin America, Section 1, Module 1, Terms and Concepts. You'll notice one of these in all of the modules except for the modules where there is an exam. So again, Latin America Section 1 Module 2 Terms and Concepts, then Latin America Section 1 Module 3 Terms and Concepts, and so on. So what that is the following. This is the information you need to get out of Module 1. So from my lectures, that's what you need to get. And then eventually you will be tested on that in Module 6 in the case of the first section of this class. And if you click on Latin America as a region, so I start talking. There it is. Click on this and you'll hear me talking. And then you can click on next and go to the next one. This is not me talking, but it's somebody else talking about race, ethnicity, and nationality. And then you can see ethnicity in Latin America, that is me. Then click on next again. So you need to get that information from the terms out of these lectures that I'm giving you. and so on. Each one of those, crossing New Mexico. And then Module 1 summary. That's the end of Module 1. Okay? And then what you need to do the first week is start on Module 2. So there's Module 2. Same thing. Now, notice we have Chapter 1 Introduction Textbook Reading Quiz. So what you're going to do is when you click on that, there is a link to Chapter 1 of the textbook. There it is, free. You read that. Now, as you read it, what are you supposed to get out of it? How do you know what you're going to be quizzed on? Well, what you're going to be quizzed on, let me go back if I can possibly do this. Previous, there we go, is the Chapter 1 Introduction, Readings, Concepts, Objectives, and Terminology. This is for the reading quiz. This is what you need to get out of that chapter. And that is indeed what I wrote the quiz about. Okay, anything else that's in that chapter, you do not need to worry about. You need to worry about these things. Okay? And this is the way it's going to repeat 7 times for the reading quizzes. And then after you finish with Module 2, in the second week, we'll start Module 3 and Module 4. And then Module 5 and Module 6, which has an exam, and so on. Until eventually we end the class on April 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'd be happy to answer them. You know, they pay me to do this job, and I'm happy to do it. It's a great job, and I'm glad to have you guys as students. I'm glad that you are attempting to get through college and better yourself and have a great job and whatever else you plan on doing. Or maybe you're just taking it for the heck of it. If that's the case, awesome. More power to you. I wish I had the courage of you. Okay, let's get it going.